Hey everybody, it's John, 3000 Hitman. Today is February 10th, 2020. Hope everybody's doing okay. Want to do a short reflection video this week with a couple things I've been just thinking about modern and vintage and why I collect. And this is just a reflection of why I collect and what I collect. And so I hope you guys enjoy it. We'll go through a little bit of my collection. And it's more of a broad umbrella just about reflecting about why I collect. So I'll show you some things that are in collection, not everything that is in there. As I thought back over some things this week, with topics such as modern and vintage, before YouTube, I only started posting YouTube maybe middle of last year. And before that, I'm almost 51 years old. So I've been collecting probably over 40 years. And, back in the day, you have your friends and you would get together and you would this is the way your cards looked. Nothing slabbed, nothing graded. There was no chrome. There was no refractors. There was no numbered cards. These are a stack of 72 tops. And so I started thinking, regardless of what happens on YouTube, modern or vintage, for me, collecting is collecting. I collect what I like. I collect what I enjoy. I have not wavered in 40 years. I've collected, as you see over the top of my shoulder, autographed baseballs from the 3000 Hit Club. I have jerseys, I have World Series rings, I have top sets from 55 and 60 all the way up to current. And I have individual cards. So I think for me, I just enjoy baseball. Enjoy collecting it. If it's interesting to me, I'll pick it up and I'll hold on to it. I always enjoy watching other people's videos on YouTube because it's the opportunity to find out some diversity. I started learning more about food and beverage cards, the mini cards, the mini sets, foreign cards. So people have their interest in diversity, and I think that what makes up a broad part of the YouTube community, and I think that's what I appreciate. I have cards that are current, picked up a couple today, and I have some as far back as some of the T206 stuff. So for me, baseball is baseball. I don't think there's a time period. So I appreciate all the YouTubers out there that put their collections out there because it's an opportunity for me personally to learn from those people and figure out what they're doing. And if it's nothing that I'm interested in, I'm interested in the fact that somebody finds it interesting, that they show it out there to people and they can talk about it a little bit. So again, just reflecting back, I enjoy baseball. I enjoy sports. I have more baseball than I do any other sport. But if it came to other sports, I'm a big Wayne Gretzky fan. I got Wayne Gretzky stuff, his rookie cards, Walter Payton, Dr. J, LeBron, some Kobe stuff. But I'm a big baseball fan. I'm a baseball historian, and I'm a buff with that. I love that stuff. So I just wanted to kind of do a reflection video, show you a little bit about what's in the collection, and then a little bit more on a video of some players that have come up through the ages and why I love baseball. So I hope everybody enjoys it. Have a good week. Go out, check out a new channel, support that channel, give them some feedback and comments, and I will talk to you guys later. Whether it's just going through my game used bats of 3000 Hit members and Ricky Henderson and Mike Schmidt, my Mickey Mantle autographed bat that he signed for me, Stan Musial, A League of Their Own, the ladies from The League of Their Own, one of Tony Gwynn's last game used bats. I think looking back, reflecting over these are things that these players held. They're important to me. And then, as I roll into and just start looking at some of the autographed baseballs, the Ty Cobb, Eddie Collins, Roberto Clemente, members of the 3000 Hit Club. that I have. Those are vintage, and then I have modern. Carl Hubble, Manny Machado, Carlos Correa, Mike Trout, Ivan Rodriguez, and then back to vintage, Yogi Berra, Whitey Ford, Reggie Jackson, Eddie Matthews. So you can see that collecting is diversity. It's about the game, whether it be vintage, modern, or future players. Those are the ones that are coming up. The great Bill Dickey, Mickey Mantle, Enos Slaughter, Willie Mays, Brock and Henderson. And I look back and reflect to my youth when I started collecting these helmets from the 70s. I'm sure there's a lot of people who can appreciate and remember these plastic batting helmets from back in the day. You can see these are all 70s and 80s. The old 75, 76 Boston Red Sox, the Orioles, the Angels, Atlanta Braves, the Twins, and the old Montreal Expos. Those are all things that are old. And then as I go through players' jerseys, Schmidt, Lindor, Carlton Fisk's jersey from the White Sox, Trout's throwback jersey, Nolan Ryan's Houston Astros multicolored jersey, a throwback replica of Lou Gehrig, and then an actual game-worn jersey of Eddie Matthews. And then as I move in and just simply look at some of my cards that I have sitting around that need to be filed and cataloged. There's modern. There's vintage. There's raw. And then there's slabbed. There's T206s. And then there's complete sets. So for me, that's the why behind I collect. It makes me happy. I enjoy it. I can look back, reflect over childhood. I can reflect over the history of baseball and look at players. No need of concern for whether it's a new card. I could look back over World Series rings. Who in that World Series? Even my own Little League championship rings in Little League pins. Even into some cards that were left behind for me. To a cut signature of Joe DiMaggio. With a piece of Joe's jersey. DiMaggio's signed portrait. My dad's offer letter to the Los Angeles Angels when he played. To one of my famous pictures and photos of all time is Carlton Fisk home run. So that is why I collect.